Good afternoon. So this is a presentation of the Roulette terminal application that I made. So I wanted to create a basic roulette type game that you play at the casino. This game is similar to roulette, where you can bet on even, odd, red, black, or any number from 0 to 36 inclusive. The payout rules are 18 to 1. If the number lands on the number that you bet on, all other bets pay out 1 to 1 to your bet. There are a total of 9 features in this application. These features are listed here. I'll run through them in more detail in the later slides. So the navigation menu feature, you are given 3 options to start with. You type in 1 to play roulette, you type in 2 to view the history of results, and type in 3 to exit the application. The enter funds feature, this feature allows the user to enter the funds at the start of the game. A minimum of $5 can be entered, as bets are a minimum of $5. Choose what you bet on and bet amount features. So the choose what you bet on feature lets the user choose what to bet on and appends it to a list data structure. The bet amount feature lets the user enter the amount they wish to bet with on what they have chosen. So this is a screenshot of what that looks like. So choose a bet red, and it appends it to a list data structure, and then you enter in the bet amount. The generate random number feature is simulating the roulette wheel, so it generates a random number using the random module. It displays the random number landed on, and if it is red or black or even or odd. So this is a screenshot. So if you start the game, random number is generated. So 5, red, odd. The display win amount feature, this displays if the user won in the game and the remaining funds. So here the user won $50, and then as the number was red, as he bet on red. The remaining funds was $500. The play feature controls the flow of the game. There are multiple conditional statements like, do you want to continue betting or start game, and do you wish to exit game. The add and view history feature, so the add history feature adds the results to a CSV file. You can view the result history in the main navigation menu by entering 2. So this is a screenshot of that example, so you can see the result history. So I'm just going to run through the terminal application to show you guys how the application runs. So at the navigation menu, you can enter 1 to play the roulette. Then you can enter the funds, the amount of funds you want to start to play with, so 500 for example. And then choose what you want to bet on. So I'll bet on red. You enter how much you want to bet on for red, so I want to bet 50. Then it shows the remaining funds you have left and asks if you want to continue playing or start game. So I want to continue betting. I want to bet on even this time. Enter how much you want to bet on for even. I'm bet on 50. Remaining funds is 400 now, and I want to start game now. So the number landed on is 8. It's black and it's even, and I won $50 as the number was even. So my remaining funds is $500. And if I want to exit game, yes, and then it shows you exited the game with $500. Also, if you type in 2, it shows you the history of results, and if you type in 3, it exits the game. So this is the code logic of the main.py file. It shows you the main navigation menu code. The most important part of this file is the navigation menu code. I declared 2 variables in the if conditional statement, so the total funds variable and the what you bet on variable. I reassigned the total funds variable as I want to display the remaining funds after exiting the game. So here I assigned the total funds to the play function, as that returns total funds after the game. The funds function, I use the while loop to ask the user to enter funds a minimum of $5. If the user enters less than 5, it asks the user again until they enter a valid input. So it also catches value errors as well if they enter something other than a number. This is the bet selection function. Also uses a while loop to ask the user what they want to bet on, and appends it to a list if the bet is valid. It also catches value errors, so you can see what you can bet on: even, odd, black, red, and a range from 0 to 36. So the betting function uses a while loop, so asks the user enter a bet less than total funds and greater than 5, and also catches value errors. The play function incorporates most of the other functions. It uses data returned from the other functions. Example is the total funds variable is subtracted by the next bet variable, which was assigned to the betting function, which you can see here. This is the continuation of the play function. So after entering in the first bets, so I'll show you guys before in the terminal app, it asks if you want to continue playing or start the game. I use the while loop to catch any other input other than yes or no. If yes is selected, the game starts and the results are displayed and funds are calculated. So I called the display result and the win-lose result functions for that. Another prompt is asked after the game to see if the user wants to exit or continue playing. If they want to continue, the what you bet on variable is reset to empty, so that's here. I use the display result function. I use the random module to generate the random number. Use the for loop to iterate through the dataset variable and matched it to the respective color and even, odd. The dataset variable contains a list of dictionaries with all the available numbers and data to bet on. The win-lose function uses a loop to iterate through the what you bet on variable. It matches it with the generated random number from the display result function. Then calculates the amount won and displays the remaining funds. Some of the challenges that I faced building this terminal application was it was difficult to keep track of all the variables and where they change in the functions after calling them. Trying not to write repeated code. My favorite part was completing the play function, as that was what tied everything together and was the most difficult to make and keep track of. And that's the end. Thank you for listening.